All right, I'm talking with Scott from the JRM Chemical. We're going to talk about soil moist and what the value of it is and using it as, what would we call this? Is this a water management product, or what would you call it?
Exactly what it is. It's a soil amendment, water management. It's all to hold moisture at the root system of the plant.
Okay.
So this is a small granular product. Starts up very small crystals like that.
All right.
Mix it in the soil. When you hydrate it with water, it turns to this. It's like Jello. I call it chunks of Jello.
Okay.
And
so this is actually the size of what it hydrated up to, this size here.
Not as big because we have different particle sizes, but it'll be about half of that.
Okay.
And then this is what happens. In the soil, the gel, the roots will grow into the gel. And again, this is not a soil substitute, it's a soil amendment. We're mixing it with the soil.
Right.
Bottom line, holds the water, doubles the amount of water available instead of it draining through, cuts your waterings in half.
Okay.
Lasts about 3 to 5 years, biodegrades, water, ammonia, carbon dioxide, breaks into.
Okay. Now, what about salts? Does this retain salts and stuff in the soil very much?
No.
Because I had guys tell me like, hey, that stuff, it's great, but it holds salts, especially if you got salts in the soil. You increase it and it holds it so the plants don't do well.
No.
So what's the scoop on that?
Not at all. In fact, if one of the things that degrades the polymer is too much salt in like if you, for example, on that hydrated gel, if you took a liquid fertilizer with a lot of salt, if you poured it on there, it'll collapse it. So it's not absorbing it. It will affect it.
Okay.
Decrease it.
Okay.
In that. So it won't absorb it and then re-release it at all back to the roots.
So actually, it's a good idea to get a basic soil test to find out your salinity and different things before you apply this. So that way,
you could, yeah.
Because you have some places that have maybe a lot of salt in the soils. They may be close to the ocean or whatever, and then they use a product like this, say, in their natural ground, and it seems like it's not performing the way that you're mentioning now. It may be because it may be too much salt in there, so they're degrading.
For example, the life expectancy is 3 to 5 years. In Arizona, they may only get 2 years because of that factor.
That factor.
They only get 2 to 3 years. Colorado State did a test. They found it to last 7 years because that was optimal. That's the optimum. But on the average, 3 to 5. But as I say, Arizona, because of that, they would get a couple years. So now, the idea is it to help the plant get established, get it started, and then let that root system go after that.
All right, so I'm a do-it-yourself landscape gardener, and I have some 1-gallon plants, some 5-gallon plants, and one 15-gallon fruit tree that I want to install in my yard. And so how much of this product would I use? And I noticed you got a couple other selections of this, so you can tell me about that. But what's the average of how much I would use of this sack?
Well, this is a 3-ounce retail bag. For example, this will do 35 4-inch pots. We give directions on the back. Okay. So like a typical 10-inch pot, you're going to put the equivalent of this, which is like a tablespoon. So you don't need very much because it's holding 200 times its weight.
Wow.
So you're mixing it with the soil. So this 3-ounce bag will suck up 3 gallons of water. So that's how much moisture it's holding and giving back to the root system.
Okay.
So to give you some ideas where we have been used with, Caltrans in California has used us, the city of Atlanta, New Orleans, Houston. Every tree they plant, they put our polymer in there. Why? Because once you plant the tree, that's when things happen.
Okay.
So you need that water structure, the water management to help the root system get going.
Okay. Now, so you basically just mix that into the soil matrix or the planting mix, or where you're going to backfill or whatever.
Correct.
Interesting. Correct. Now, tell me about this other. I see a couple of products. You've got mycorrhizae.
Correct. So that's your next level going up. So we have straight water management. Mycorrhizae is a natural beneficial fungus that helps the root structure of the plant. All plants have a requirement for mycorrhizae. Just depends, is it in the soil there or not?
What is mycorrhizae?
It's a naturally occurring, it's like a mushroom.
Okay.
In the forest area, you get the spores. So they colonize, they're microscopic, they colonize on the root system, so they grow on the roots you get a stronger root system, which means a healthier plant.
Okay.
And then our mycorrhiza with these, for example, the polymer's in there to hold the water. The plus 333 also adds a fertilizer, so it'll be polymer, mycorrhiza, and a fertilizer.
Oh wow, that's nice.
So that's our premium one, if you will. The cost is a little more, but it's a better product.
Okay. And this one here is just a straight up
Mycorrhiza and polymer, so it holds the water and the mycorrhiza. Here's a picture of mycorrhiza. This is the University of Oklahoma State. This is on a poinsettia plant. This is 22 days long. You can see the root structure of the plant. They put mycorrhiza in our transplant. After 3 weeks, this is what happens. The roots go crazy. They love it, and because it's a naturally occurring. So that's what happens with mycorrhiza. It helps the root structure. Healthier root, healthier plant.
now. So because the fact that they're kind of like in a state of hydration all the time, or it's water available, that makes it even better for the root system to expand.
The two work together very, very well, the polymer and then the mycorrhiza.
What is this plus?
Okay, anything that says plus means we are adding a fertilizer. So, for example, we have polymer and a fertilizer. You can see here on the back, the small little beads, that is Osmocote.
It's a slow release, right?
Slow release, Osmocote, plus the polymer. It's just a simple blend. We blend the two together so you get, it'll feed and water together.
What's up? Soil moist fines, what is that?
Well, we have 4 different grade sizes. For example, this is our smallest one. It's a powder. You can see it's a small powder.
Okay.
With that, by and large, it's the same product, but we grind it down. We sell to nurseries, especially growing seedlings.
Oh.
They take the fines, they mix it with water, it turns to a slurry like an applesauce, and they dip or spray the bare root, whether it's a tree or a seedling. All these guys, especially down here, they're planting Christmas trees. So they're planting millions of these, and they're depending on nature to have the moisture.
Right.
So they pre-dip it with the polymer, the fines, and that keeps moisture on the root system. Mm-hmm. And that's what that does.
Interesting. So you got your granulars, you got your fines, you got your pluses, you got your all the different lines, and you got one that says easy root. What is that?
So these are for cuttings. This is a natural, it's not a polymer, it's omri, it's organic. And this is for cuttings. It's a powder, so it helps the cutting to get going. It's a microbial-based rooting compound. So you can either put it in a sprinkling can and water it in, or it's a powder you can dip your cuttings into that.
Nice.
This Plant Thrive is a beneficial bacteria. There's no polymer in there, but again, it's OMRI approved. It's organic. And that also helps the plant establishment with that. So these are OMRI type approved.
Okay.
We put it in a mat form. For example, if you have a container, this has the gel, this turns to this. So again, it's more for containers, baskets. So you put that
really nice.
Put that towards the bottom of the container, put your soil on top, once you water, this turns to that. That cloth will degrade, what's left is the gel, and the roots again will get into the crystal. And that's for like containers. We even have it on a big roll. Some have beautiful big containers. They just take the roll and they line the basket.
So like if a person is doing like a upright planter, a raised planter, or like a 4x whatever planter, they could put this mat down.
Yes, they can.
Like in the soil on the bottom or on the top of the soil?
Towards the bottom.
And then when they water it, that will be able to hold a little bit more moisture so that planter will be hydrated.
Containers take a lot of time and labor, if you will, for water because they dry out a lot.
Right.
So this helps. It's going to help reduce that stress.
So you can actually like cut those so that you buy a sheet, you can cut them like for pots.
Correct.
And do it that way.
So the gel, this is already in here, so you don't have to measure and work that in.
It's already set for you.
You can just put it in.
And how many's in that packet?
This is a retail one. They get like six of these little ones, but that's more for the retail. To the professional growers, we have it in bulk. You get like 250 in a bulk package.
Well, we're gearing more towards a do-it-yourselfer and somebody that wants to take care of some things on their own.
Right.
So all the information is great. So what about ordering it? How about getting a hold of some of this? How would the person go about getting
California,
this?
for example, we're in almost all the garden centers out there. We're well known. We're 30-some years old, so most of the garden centers have it run. If they want to order online, whether it's on Amazon, or we're probably in 20 different garden catalogs as well.
What about different countries? Because we have viewers that are
Sell
from
all over the world.
We've got viewers that are from Britain,
Sure.
a lot from Australia, a lot from Canada.
Yeah.
So they can either go online or they can
Correct.
find distributors that probably have it.
Yeah, our website, we list all the, whether it's the wholesaler or the catalog type companies that have it. Even stores like Lowe's.com has it. Lowe's sells it online.
Okay.
As I say, Amazon.
So what's the parent website though?
Our trade name is Soil Moist, so it's soilmoist.com.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you for helping me out, Scott, and
Thank you.
explaining everything. And hopefully all you Yardie Nation viewers will go out and get some of this Soil Moist and try it out. I know that I'm going to try out some of these on some of our job sites and see how they work out, especially these mats and stuff like that. They seem like they'd be pretty cool. And just doing a test, I'm going to do a test with one of the moisture managing products that we use on a consistent basis when we plant. It either comes in granular or it comes in liquid, and it stays in the soil for like about 3 months. It doesn't degrade. It basically breaks down on its own naturally. It doesn't hold water like the polymers. It's basically something that attracts the moisture to wherever it coats. And so we're going to do a test run on this against what we use and see where it comes out. And I'll be sure to get your information so I can show you what's going on and how it compares, okay?
Great. Nice
All right.
to meet you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you.